question. Here we go. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. So the opening lineup here for the Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the point. This should be an active game. Two squads that really move the ball well and share the load offensively, Brent.
Well, we got some great playmakers out here, BA, so it's a multitude of guys who are going to be able to survey the floor, maybe make that backdoor play or that lob pass to the rim. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Now here's Towns over Morris, and the basket by Towns.
What a beast inside. When Towns gets in tight, he's almost a sure thing.
Outside Wall. George outside. No good on the triple. And here's Minnesota now. We played just over a minute here in the first. Edwards against George. Edwards can't hit.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Now here's Leonard. Back to George. 5 on the clock. That one is off. Now Minnesota takes it the other way.
And the standout skill of Paul George is the fact that on both ends of the court, he's going to affect the outcome of the game.
Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
With incredible agility and reflexes, Gobert excels above the rim.
Here's Wall with the drive, and the big finish by Wall.
Are you serious? John Wall with the statement. Oh, that's pretty.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And George is the kind of versatile player that every team is looking for, Brent.
BA, with all of that experience, he's able to switch on so many different guys, and he understands what it is they're trying to do. And then on the offensive end, he just scores in a myriad of ways. He's hitting threes, he's driving, he's dunking, he's making plays. PG, the complete package.
The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but BA, those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals level duo. Kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals, but without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
Towns can't get it to go.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Leonard. And Gobert with a block.
And just a top-tier shot blocker in the league. Gobert's massive wingspan is a huge reason why he wipes away all those shots.
The Clippers in the lead.
Remaining in the first 2 minutes.
Wall with it. Russell covering. Outside Wall. Pass to George. Just 5 on the clock. Over Edwards. George's shot is good. George has got 7.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. And the jam by George.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Russell finds Towns. And Wall pulls it down. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Now George. He's got 9. Out to Leonard. Let's go with a 3. Knocks down the long J.
You look at the career of Paul George, and it's those passing numbers that have greatly improved, and he's an effective playmaker.
Now here's Edwards. They trail by 6. Towns for 3. Count it. 2 for 4 from the field now.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
George left side. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
That straight line drive there from Paul George. You love to see him get in that attack mode to see if he can cash in now at the line.
Paul George taking 2 shots.
George hits them both.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Towns a screen on George. And here's Edwards outside. It's rebounded by Zubats. Leonard outside. Morris outside. Here's Zubats. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Paul George. He's... And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen from the Clippers?
Yeah, showing grit on the glass is a good way to gain an advantage. They controlled the boards in the first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
So here are the 5 for the Clippers to start the second. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the point guard position. George with the bucket.
It's hard to read Paul George ahead of time. You don't want to give him any clues as to what you want to do defensively. And he operates so well in the pick and roll.
Now here's Edwards. Fires the 3. Can't hit that one. Well, Los Angeles shooting around 50% in the game so far. Here's George. Some solid defense from Edwards. The Timberwolves trail. To the inside. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist. Edwards has got 6.
This is who Towns is. An unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
George, no good. The Timberwolves have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. To the middle. Ooh, Morris with a steal. And it's the Clippers on the break. Soft touch off the glass.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
Towns a screen on Wall. Pass to Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
I'll tell you what, that cat was strong and physical. Woo, I'm not sure how you can effectively stop Towns around the basket.
Right side Wall. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
Well, you gotta miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Towns with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, BA. Not sure what got into him.
Here's Edwards. Driving in. And it goes. As the official calls the foul. Count it. And he'll shoot one more at the line.
Defensive foul.
Granted, it's a shooter's league, and we're seeing more and more big men float out to the perimeter and knocking them down.
Well, BA, the game has evolved, and the shooting, particularly from the bigs, is fantastic. But, you know, I wish the bigs had a little bit more diversity. I don't mind shooting from the perimeter, but every once in a while, go mix it up and take advantage of your size mismatch in the paint. Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
And so Towns nails them both.
And the big fella with the skill level, showing a soft touch at the line.
George passes to Wall, puts it up, hits that one. Nice pass, leading him to the bucket. Wall's got 8.
Assertive play by Wall inside, pushing hard to find himself a shot.
Pass to Towns. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Zubats. Zubats has got 4 rebounds now. Kicks it to George.
2 minutes remaining in the half. 2 minutes.
Down low. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
And Kawhi getting up that time, just owning all the airspace around the rim.
Now Edwards. Over to the wing. Downs passes to Gobert. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
And this is where you get Gobert the ball. With his size and length, he's so tough to stop from there.
Here's Wall. Minnesota with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. It's Edwards on the wing. And Edwards slams it in.
Putting some extra juice on that tomahawk, fellas. No one is going to stop that.
Man, when he's coming in with that level of force, that's just too much right there. Now here's Leonard. He's got 5. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 5 rebounds in the game. Edwards, a pass to Towns. Now here's Russell. Edwards, a screen on Wall. Outside Edwards. Back to Russell. Pass to Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
You have to prevent him from getting to the paint, unless you want to see a highlight.
Outside Wall. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Wall's got 10 points.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Outside Russell. Towns, a screen on Wall. Pass to Towns to the left wing. Here's Prince. Oh, he missed the layup. He had him with the pump fake. Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
28. The Clippers. 28.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Paul George has been sensational.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Jordan McLaughlin out there with Jalen Noel. Then there's McDaniels. Then there's Kyle Anderson. And it's Reed in at the center position. And that's the group, Chris Finch, as we begin the second half.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising, in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Kennard can't get it to go.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Noel got a piece of it. Jackson outside. Outside Covington. It's Powell on the wing. And the layup is good off the glass.
I like that hoop from Norman Powell. Shoot it close to the hoop. Forget the long range stuff. Make it easy on yourself.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Kennard. And the three-pointer goes. Noel's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now here's Jackson, looking for his first basket, still in this one. Kennard outside. There's the drive. That one no good. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. McDaniels inside. Powell covers.
The officials were right on top of that one.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
No good on that one.
At the line for Minnesota, Jaden McDaniels. 2 shots.
And he sinks the second. The Clippers trail. Just over a minute and a half played in the third. Jackson on the wing. Kennard outside. No good off the back of the rim.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye on that kind of range.
Back to Noel. and in on the layup. Noel's got 5 points.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
It's the First Avenue Breakers.
The Clippers have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Jackson with it. Picked up by Reed. And there's the call on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
So it's Minnesota now. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. Here's Noel, defended by Kennard. They get it back. Pass to McDaniels. Second shot opportunity, and he takes it up and lays it in. And it's an 8-point Timberwolves lead.
That's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Jackson left side to halt the run, and the dunk by Jackson.
Incredible. It sometimes falls to the point guard to be the offensive catalyst.
Seems like he always knows when his squad needs a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Pass to Noel. 1:52 left in the third quarter. Uses the glass on the layup. Noel's got 7 points for the quarter.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Batum outside. Kennard outside. It's Covington on the wing. Back to Kennard. Clock at 4. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
And the team likes to use Kennard as a floor spacing kind of player, but he decides to do damage that time inside. Well, I know this much about Robert Covington. You'll never find him short on effort. This is a high-energy guy on both ends of the floor.
Here's Noel. 7 points in the game.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Now here's Jackson. 8-point game. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It goes on Nick Batum.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
He's off on the second. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Kennard finds Covington. And the jam by Covington.
And Kennard, well schooled, just keeping his eyes up and making that play.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Anderson. Crafty move, and finished off by Anderson.
Well, Slow-Mo has some remarkable handles. A point forward, it's got some nifty dribble moves.
Jackson outside. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Powell's shot is off. Edwards for 3. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's Minnesota. They have a nice nut. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, the two-way threats of George and Leonard of the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court, and it's Wall in at the point. Russell to pass to Towns. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 9. baseline J. Here's Zubats, and it's slammed in by Zubats.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
Man, you got to have some hang time to pull that off. Russell, the pass to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Edwards has gone 6 for 11 on the night from the field. Here's Wall, and a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Standing at 6'4", Wall is a big point guard. That size along with his handles help him operate inside.
And the second free throw is good. Minnesota in the lead. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Outside Russell. Inside. Here's Edwards. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And for Los Angeles, they're shooting 53%. Good efficiency on offense so far. George outside. Drives to the hoop. And George with the jam.
Yeah, Paul George, look out. Hammers that one home.
Russell, the pass to Edwards. Gobert with a screen on George to the middle. And Gobert with the basket on the assist by Edwards. And the Timberwolves lead by 8. The Clippers have gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the fourth. Leonard outside. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And for Minnesota, they're shooting an insane 65%. Just terrific. Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
A former #1 pick, Towns is unstoppable when he's on. A polished offensive talent with great size.
Now here's Wall. Pass to Leonard. Ball against Russell. Here's Leonard. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 7 rebounds in the game. Outside Edwards. Out to the wing. Outside Russell. Shot clock at 6. Edwards against George. And Edwards slams it in.
Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That'll belong to John Wall. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
They've been slippery getting into the lane all game long, putting that help defense to the test.
Well, we've also seen them being very aggressive down in the paint. All game long, they've been hunting down those inside points.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Free throw is good from Russell.
Yeah, so talented. There's very little Russell can't do. It's just about the consistency, but the talent is all there. Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Timberwolves.
Absolute fireworks display. High-scoring game. They were unstoppable, Grant.
Yeah, just relentless from start to finish, and the pace was furious. Ultimately, they wore out the other team.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Karl Anthony Towns.
It's hard to think of a part of the game where he didn't play a major role. Mentally, physically. I mean, he showed us what he's capable of when he's feeling his best.
And the basket by Towns.
Got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And where was this type of effort earlier in the game? Unfortunately, this run will be all for nothing.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
Six-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, BA. They deserve the win.
5 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. And Edwards puts up a deep three. Got it off in time to beat the shot clock, but it's no good. It's stolen away. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference.
focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point.
Love the finish through contact. Kawhi is even stronger than he looks.
It's Morant with the drive. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And now the Clippers on the break. Leonard, that's for two. Zubac finds Wall. A reverse. That shot off. And Memphis the other way now. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, Kevin, Coach Taylor Jenkins gave me a few minutes to catch up. Talk to me about the importance of protecting the rim, challenging opponents at the top of the jump and making it difficult for them to convert easy baskets. But to have a chance of that, they have to expend energy getting back in transition, which will help close down those driving lanes. So guys, we'll see where their energy lies throughout this game.
Thank you, David.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, G8, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin. But give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will.
Now George, following the miss by John Morant from deep. And the three off target.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. On the wing, George. Zubac, a screen on Bain. Kicks it out to Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. A costly foul there. He'll shoot 3 free throws.
And guys, talk about the production that Covington brings to the table.
Yeah, he's been with quite a few teams, but he's been a starter most of his career. His presence on the defensive end, getting to the rim and scoring it, has been a treat. We saw glimpses of John Morant's potential in his first 2 seasons in the league. But year 3, both Ja and Memphis took it to another level.
Now, here's Bain. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Morant. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
The creativity from Morant, always inventing new ways to score.
Another level indeed for John Morant, his 3rd season, Smitty, in the NBA, and now he has joined the conversation for MVP.
Kevin, that scoring average well over 25 points per game. Morant is the leader of Memphis. The Grizz finishing in the top 3 of the West. Incredible for a 22-year-old.
No one covering. Morant's got 5 points so far.
Well, Morant's awareness in the pick and roll is special. He usually makes the right reads.
Ball passes to George. There's the triple. The Grizzlies pull it in. 1:56 left in the first quarter. Here's Morant. Offensive rebound. Kick out to Adams. Back to Jackson. Pass to Adams. Clock at 4. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And Adams with the slam.
I like that find by Jackson. Young bigs who can see the whole floor. You don't come across them that often.
Morant against Wall. Shoots over Morant. Outside for George. Zubac against Adams. No good from Zubac.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight.
Oh, that was something else.
As creative as they come, John Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Ball passes to George. And they get it. And Bain pulls it down. If they time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2 for... Oh!
Yes! Not want to shy away from physicality. Ja Morant just goes about his business.
Here's Wall, and the slam dunk by Wall.
And that's how you answer. I'd say he just one-upped him. Pretty good one there.
These two guys really like going at each other, don't they? And it's Morant missing. Clippers trail by 4. Some tough offensive sets.
And you can tell he put a lot of practice into that one. Wall's always ready to break out something slick if he's got the time and space.
Bain passes to Jackson. Covington with the steal. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. George with the ball. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. At the end of one, a closely contested.
Please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies youth dance team.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams in at the 5. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. And George gets it to go.
You need guys who can stretch the floor or the offense doesn't flow. Paul George is one of the best at it.
And here is Bain. No points in the game yet for him. Morant kicks to Jackson. Paul George with the steal. Here's Covington, and the dunk by Covington.
Because of George's strong defensive instincts, he's able to consistently disrupt opponents.
Morant scanning the floor. Nailed from three-point land. Morant's got 5 points in the quarter.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis.
And something that gets overlooked is how good of a passer Steven Adams is.
You're totally right, GA. He's gotten much better with his vision. Knows how to find cutters and open guys out of the high post. Plus, he's skilled at throwing those full-court touchdown passes.
And Wall with the slam.
And still possesses that blinding quickness. Wall, terrific at reading defenses and angles and just knifing himself inside.
Now here's Morant. 16 points for him. Adams, the pass to Bain. The second chance effort. Morant with a wide open look. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
What a night for Ja Morant, showing off that versatility, and he's relentless at the offensive end.
Brooks against Leonard. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Leonard's got his second basket.
Boy, in the paint, Kawhi tearing right through the D, just pushing his way to a shot.
Bain for 3. A shot off that time, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Covington passes to George. Zubac trying to break loose. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down to 1 in the bucket from Paul George. Morant outside. And he's good on the 3-ball. Morant's got 22.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
You know why? Success breeds confidence, and he's certainly been successful from there, time and time again.
Jackson passes to Morant. Here's the 3. And then jammed down as he goes right over. He beats Zubac.
Trying to think of someone who gets off the ground quicker than Morant. It's an exclusive list, I'll tell you.
Pass to Zubac. Leonard in position. And again, the turnover by the Clippers.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena, the only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Now here's Morant. From deep three-point range, and no good that time. Clippers trail by 6, stolen by Jackson. Pass to Brooks. Outside for Jackson. Here's Bain. Feeds it to Adams. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. 50 seconds left to play here in the half. George passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
The excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Adams with the screen on Wall. Morant with it. He's picked up by Wall. And Adams with the slam.
He's a big target with long arms. Just throw it up there, and Steven Adams, he will go get it.
The pass to George. And he lobs it up toward the rim. 5 to shoot. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Grizzlies ball. Substitution on the court.
11 seconds left in the first half of the game. Pass to Conchar. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Conchar's got the lead up to 9 now for the Grizzlies. And here's Covington from the arc. And that one released in time. No good. John Moran has been leading the charge, guys, for Memphis. He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched them for 24 points so far. We've got more in.
Get loud for the Unlucky.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Guys, John Morant has been sensational.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
He's been vital to spacing the floor for them. Makes everything else you want to do easier to accomplish.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Jackson is the point with Kennard on the wing. Batum is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Powell in at the 3 spot. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Here's Powell. He dishes it to Batum. And the rejection by Clark.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Hey, Steve, you've won an NBA title, but also you've got some gold medal memories. How does it compare, winning for a city versus representing and winning for your country?
Kevin, both incredibly proud moments. Winning an NBA title is awesome, but also winning a gold medal for your country, you said it, it's representing your country. It was a dream come true.
Here's Jones. He gets that one.
Hits his first attempt of the half. Not what you'd call suffocating D on that possession.
Now here's Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Able to switch gears at a moment's notice. Jackson beating his man off the dribble.
Here's Jones. The kick out to Williams. Over Morris. Williams can't get it to go.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's Kennard. And that one is stuffed right through.
Exploding to the rim, Luke Kennard slams it in. His offensive energy is a difference maker.
Pass to Conchar. Kicks it out to Jones. Passes it to Conchar. 5 on the clock. For the 3. Drills it from outside. Conchar's got 6 points.
How can you leave this guy that wide open? Please, that's terrible.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Powell dishes to Morris. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. Here's Jones. Now the pass to Concho. Kicks it out to Jones. Pass to Concho. 6 on the shot clock. Doesn't go for him.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
The shot's good from Kennard.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Jones, no luck. And so Powell will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers, trailing here by 8.
For decades, the Clippers were almost directionless, but they found their place in the NBA, becoming a franchise that competes in the West.
1:32 left in the third quarter. The shot by Powell, no good. And the Grizzlies leading by 10. Over to the left wing. It's Williams, high post. Morris is there. Shoots over Powell. And that one hits back iron. And the West, you know, is very difficult. But Steve, for the Clippers, how much of their success is tied to their identity?
Kevin, a lot of it. They've become a hard-nosed team, hanging their hat on defense, playing together, making opponents earn everything they get.
Williams has a screen for Jones. Clark kicks to Williams. Oh, and a jam by Williams.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
On the wing, Jackson, defended by Jones. Powell for 3. Rebound by Williams. Memphis has gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
It's stolen by Jones.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
Jackson passes to Morris. Outside for Jackson. And so it's Memphis with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break.
Please give a big round of applause.
How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
First personal foul.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. They've got Clark. Green is out there with Williams. Then it's Tyus Jones. And it's Conchar into the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Here's Morant.
Oh, no, he didn't. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Here's George, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
And George drops them both.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling, and the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Morant kicks to Bain. Morant, look at that.
Nice. A guy who can lull you to sleep and then burst right past you. Ja Morant on the attack.
Leonard against Brooks. Leonard inside, and then Leonard with the dunk.
And how about the footwork? Check out those moves in the post and then the sweet finish to go along with it.
Excellent work around the basket. You're right, GA. Now, here's Morant for three. The three-pointers right on target. Morant's got the lead up to 11 now for the Grizzlies. Zubac, a screen on Brooks. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Leonard, the pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Nice pass by Kawhi Leonard. You can tell he's been working on his playmaking.
Morant outside. The three. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Memphis lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Zubac.
In the pick and roll, I like confidence. Leonard showing as a facilitator, his game just continues to ascend.
Here's Morant. Here he goes.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
And Leonard has it in the corner. It's rebounded by Memphis. Adams has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Clippers trail by 12. Outside, Wall. The rebound by Steven Adams. Memphis has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Paul George with the steal. Oh, and here comes Wall all alone. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And that's now 10 points for John Wall.
And I just love the way Wall kind of knifes through that defense. He is masterful at slashing to the rim.
Wall against Morant. Just 5 on the clock. Shot from the wing. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. Wall misses the layup. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Grizzlies.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up. Whether the last several shots went down or not, 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for John Morant.
He really played.
Now the Clippers moving it up. Covington wide open. He fires. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Covington's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Clippers. It's stolen by Wall. And it's Morant with the rebound. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Wall. Wants to get it to Zubac, and does. Left side, George. So it's Memphis picking up the win. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
Let's meet the team.
And we've got a pair of teams here that know a thing or two about ball movement, Grant.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's a great feel that these teams play with. Two of the smartest teams in the league. They focus on sharing the basketball and keeping everyone involved. This is a matchup for the purists.
So here's the Clippers starting group. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Ivica Zubac's out there with Robert Covington. And it's Wall in at the point.
Well, in catch-and-shoot opportunities, you've got to have good feet and pre-shot preparation. Mikal Bridges, yes, sir.
Wall with it, now guarded by Booker. Paul against George. The Suns clear it. Now here's Paul. The kick out to Johnson. Three-pointer. Another three for Phoenix.
Night after night, game after game, Chris Paul understands where to put the ball and when. Nicely done.
Left side Wall. Leonard on the wing. Three-pointer off the mark.
Tried to come right back at him with the three. Not that time.
And last year's outcome. So unfortunate for Paul and the Phoenix Suns, Grant.
Yeah, BA. I mean, the best record in the league by 8 games. You know, it kind of seemed like Paul might finally get that ring. Just a heartbreaking loss for them against Dallas in Game 7.
Outside Booker. Lets the three fly. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. Now Los Angeles with it. 6-point game. George passes to Leonard. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, the strength of Kawhi Leonard's game is in the painted area. He is so consistent as a finisher.
Ayton, the screen on Wall. And he's going for the lob. And Ayton with the stuff.
Elite athleticism from Mr. Ayton. No doubt on the dunk.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. George against Paul. Pulls it from 20. Now here's Leonard. Defense right on him. Over Bridges. Shot by Leonard, no good.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
Paul passes to Ayton. Back to Paul. Zubac with the steal. Wall with it, and it's Paul picking him up. Wall against Booker. Leonard for three. Again, the miss by Leonard.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Pass to Booker, and stolen by Covington. George against Paul. 4-3. And Ayton pulls it down.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely. The Phoenix Suns have been a completely different team since acquiring Chris Paul. He's the leader of this team, and he helps set the tone on both ends.
Now here's Wall. George is screen on Paul. Pass to George. And here's Zubac. Now Leonard, just 5 to shoot. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton.
Well, you look at Kawhi's career, one of the first things he did was work on his consistency from the free throw line. Why? Because he's excellent at drawing contact.
Boy, the city of Phoenix really embracing Chris Paul as soon as he arrived.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the latter stages of his career now. But you would never know it based on how hard he plays every single night. It just makes everyone on this team so much better. And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Now here's George. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. He buries it from 3.
Well, Paul George says, I can answer with my own big-time three-point shot. Go to work, PG.
To the inside, Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work. What an excellent post-entry pass. Good things happen when you make that next look.
Outside Paul. The kick out to Johnson. And stolen by Leonard. George against Paul. George, right side. Outside Wall. Pass to Leonard. Down low. Here's George. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
Well, this is one aspect of his game where Kawhi Leonard has come such a long way. The ability to make guys around him better with his passing.
Outside Paul. Outside for Booker from the arc. And so the first quarter is in the books. Suns ahead. They lead by 4. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
11. And please give a big round of applause for your...
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Suns?
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. And it's Aiden in at the center spot. That's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now here's Paul. Pass to Bridges. It's stolen by Leonard. Deflects the pass.
Suns foul. DeAndre Ayton. Second personal foul. First team foul.
And Doris, last season, only 5 NBA players participated in all 82 games. That's a record low in the league's history.
Well, in addition to that, Brian, consider the previous low was 17, so that's not even close. Now, we know that health and safety protocols contributed to that number, but it is pretty clear we're in the age of load management. What impact is that having on the league in terms of fan base?
Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results.
Now here's Zubats. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Here's Wall. They set the pick. And he lobs it up. Shot by Leonard, no good.
And the idea was good, but the execution severely lacking.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
Now here's Aiden. And the foul called on John Wall. That's his first foul of the game.
And it didn't take long for Phoenix to match the offer sheet Aiden signed with the Indiana Pacers. Now, there was talk they might let Aiden walk after that fallout during their playoff exit. But Phoenix knew they needed to keep Aiden to remain a contender.
No, passing is what has defined Chris Paul's career, and boy, does he have a way to get his teammates involved.
Booker, the pass to Paul. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Just great instincts. He knows what to do when he gets near the rim. Love to watch this guy work.
Here's Wall. And he buries his first look.
We're talking 6'3", 210 pounds. John Wall's frame, deceptive at the lead guard position. Interior scoring is not an issue.
Here's Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Now here's Wall. Here's George. Oh, Paul with the block.
LA foul. Paul George. First personal foul. Second team foul.
That's good from Bridges.
Well, what you love about Mikal Bridges is he is going to accept whatever his coaches and team ask of him. This is what's allowed him to be successful.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Outside Booker. Launches it. Yes. And it's Paul with the assist that time. And now a 9-point Suns lead.
We know this about Devin Booker. He is not shy. Deep from three, yes, I'm going to take that opportunity.
Zubac, screen. George, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Boy, guys, it wasn't too long ago that the Los Angeles Clippers were the worst team in the league. But boy, have times changed. The Clippers are now an attractive organization for some stars.
2 points. That one goes. Wall's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Outside Paul. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 5. From deep, Johnson. The offensive rebound. Back to Bridges. Outside Booker. There's the triple. Doesn't go for him. And Los Angeles the other way now. I mean, a true transformation of the Clippers. They were that team that stars avoided.
They were, BA, but I think that started to change back in 2011. The trade of CP3 to the Clippers, it started this new era. Then the ownership change helped it even further. And in one summer, let's remember, they signed both Kawhi and Paul George. Unreal transformation. Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Outside Paul. And he banks in the layup. Paul's got 6 points.
And for a smaller player, Chris Paul appears so comfortable on the interior. He knows he can score from this area.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Paul against Wall. George outside. Fires in the triple. 10 points for him.
How about the dribble drive ability of Paul George? The quick handles for a guy his size.
Johnson a screen on George. Booker for 3. Buries it from 3. Booker's got 9 points in the quarter.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
The Clippers, 24.
If you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. Paul George with a strong contribution so far in this one.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, Wall and Powell are the backcourt duo. Marcus Morris out there with Nicholas Batum. And it's Kennard in at the 3. Small forward. Count the basket.
Boy, John Wall's ability to finish through contact, that is great upper body strength.
Ball against Wall. Tips it up. Controls the rebound and the putback.
That's a pure effort play. Nice tip-in.
And that's a skill you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
And the Suns going with a whole new group out there. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Jackson, he's checked in for Wall. Yep, that one goes.
Wow, pretty pass from Powell. This guy has great instincts as a scorer. At that time, sets up his teammate. Well, when you consider if you're trying to guard Norman Powell, the first thing you have to worry about that quick first step. And he uses that first step with a combination of aggression and acceleration. And boy, he can get by you in a hurry.
And Crowder with the jam.
Don't you love the way Jay Crowder slashes into the teeth of the defense? Superb at penetrating towards the cup.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Nice shot by Kennard. And you talk about Powell's athleticism. Doris, he is fearless on his drives to the bucket.
I don't want to meet him at the cup, VA, because he could put you on a poster fast. And on the other end of the floor, he's got the wingspan and athleticism to make any assignment something he is capable of handling.
Los Angeles has gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. Jackson down low. He's against Crowder. Kennard left side. Powell in the post. Can't hit from in close.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Craig up top. Here's Shaman, defended by Jackson. Pass to Sharich. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Clippers. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Crowder against Powell. Kicks it out to Kennard. Pass to Jackson. Clock at 6. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
Well, you want a shooter you can count on. Luke Kennard, welcome to the game.
Phoenix calls timeout.
Here comes the teacher. Get up out of your seats, everybody.
The Suns leading. Well, these Suns have had a successful past couple of seasons.
Yeah, BA. I mean, they certainly know the greatness they're capable of. They can give you a lot of confidence out there on the floor, even against other elite teams. It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Kennard outside. And he dunks it down.
Okay, Luke Kennard, we see you rocking the rim. My goodness, a little bounce.
Minute 32 left to play in the third quarter here. Pass to Sharich. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And it's good for 2. The Clippers have got 5 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Jackson outside. Kennard outside. Jacks up a 3. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Kennard's got 11 in the second half.
Well, this is how Luke Kennard made his way to the NBA. The knockdown 3. Good night.
Here's Shaman. Crowder a screen on Jackson. Crowder outside. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Morris. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 7 and appearing confident in this half. Batum finds Jackson. The kick out to Morris. It's Powell on the wing. Back to Jackson. Pass to Kennard. And there's the lob.
We call that solid fundamentals. Luke Kennard finding his teammate on time and on target.
Timeout called. The Suns. And the Suns going with a whole new group out there.
All right, fans, let me hear you.
Phoenix has gotten 7 of 12 three-point attempts to fall.
Make some noise once again.
Booker against Powell. Now here's Booker. He's covered closely. Here's the 3. He can't hit that time. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game thus far. Suns ahead, up by 3. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. The Suns shooting 69%. I think they're even surprising themselves out there. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the center position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Great D that time from Zubac.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Outside Wall. To tie it up. That shot off. And Phoenix the other way now. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Paul passes to Ayton. And that one's good. And the Suns lead by 5.
This guy has got a dominant physical frame, incredible athleticism. Nice job by DeAndre Ayton inside.
Pass to George. The kick out to Wall. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Paul against Wall. Paul passes to Ayton. Outside Booker. Clock is at 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Outside Wall. And he lays it up and in.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
The Suns have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. Paul against Wall. Here's Booker. Pass to Ayton. Outside for Booker. Oh, George with a steal. Fast break. Here we go. Covington against Paul. George with it. Back to Covington. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. And it's now only a 1-point Phoenix lead.
Yeah, really smart move by Paul George. Feeds a ready shooter instead of forcing his own shot.
Ayton with a screen. The kick out to Johnson. For 3. Hits the three-pointer. And the Suns lead by 4.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Now here's George. And Ayton pulls it down.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Ayton's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Booker finds Paul. We've got 1:48 left in the 4th quarter. Back to Booker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. Rebound by the Clippers.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
Bridges against Leonard. Here's Covington. Out to Leonard. From deep three-point range. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Leonard. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. 1:11 left in the 4th quarter. And here's Paul. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Out to Covington. Pass to Zubac. Left side Wall. George outside. Zubac with a screen on Bridges. To the paint. 6 to shoot. Goes back up. Count it. And what? And no surprise here. At this stage of the game, they're going to use the coach's challenge. Make them take another look at the call.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many previous plays still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look. So the officials can be sure they get it. After the review on the floor is overturned. they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A., the clock is theirs to burn.
Ball against Leonard. Booker with a screen on Leonard. It's Booker on the wing. Tries it from the top of the key, and it's good.
Such a club shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Wall against Paul. Wall, the pass to Leonard. Shoots over Paul. The three, George. No good there. So a close game sees Phoenix taking this one. This one was in the balance right until the final score.
It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. The backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Prince in at the small forward. Leonard misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin. Get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. And I think a trip to the finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Now here's Wall. He takes it in, and Wall with the slam.
This is John Wall at his absolute best. In attack mode, going right to the rack.
Outside Edwards. Outside Russell. Prince in the corner. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Now here's Wall. Reverses, hangs in the air, and the layup is good. Wall's got his second bucket.
Well, I love how crafty Wall can be in the paint. Sees an opening and then exploits that opening to get his shot.
The kick out to Towns. Edwards dishes to Towns. Lays it up off the glass.
Towns makes the most of his chances inside. He gets the ball in good position, does his work early, and then the battle's over after that.
Now here's Wall. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. And it's sent back by Russell. And here we go. Fast break. Towns has got it. Leonard with the steal. Here's Wall. And Wall with the slam.
Hey, there's no denying it. John Wall has some of the best handles in the NBA. And if you're not careful, he'll make you look real bad.
Now here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Well, I tell you what, the big guy knows how to do that. Throw it down.
Hey, guys, how about the dominant young career Karl Anthony Towns has had?
Very few can dominate like he can, Kevin. Towns is a monster. I mean, averaging a double-double every year of his career so far. So valuable in what he brings to the table.
Ball to the Timberwolves.
The Timberwolves have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Russell passes to Gobert. Nifty move.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
Minnesota shooting their first free throw. First trip to the line in this one.
An improved free throw shooter compared to his earlier seasons. Nice to see Gobert attack his weakness.
Outside Leonard. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot by George, no good. I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past. Just keep evolving as a team.
Now here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
And just an excellent rebounder. Gobert is so good at using that incredible wingspan to track down those additional scoring opportunities.
George against Edwards. Zubats with the screen for George. It's stolen by Gobert. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Prince. Shakes him. Rips in the dunk off the timely pump fake.
Boy, in sync with his teammate on that possession. Well done by Towns on that pass.
And Wall kicks to George. to end the run. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
They get it back. Here's Gobert, and then jammed down as he goes right over. He beats Zubac.
Love how well Gobert positions himself when shots go up. Committed to getting every board out there.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. Clippers trail by 7. Here's Wall, and he goes right over to D'Angelo Russell and slams it down.
Did you see that? Wow, John Wall still has major bounce after being in the league over 10 years.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game. Scooped up. Gobert, the layup off target.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Outside for George. A rebound by the Timberwolves. For 3, Edwards. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
Well, that long reach of Paul George has really bothered shooters. He is one of the best two-way players we can.
And that does it for the first quarter. Minnesota on top, up 5. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
One other factor today, points off turnover. I mean, let's see if they can keep up the pressure, capitalize off more forced miscues.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward.
You know, John Wall is not just a dynamic scorer. He is outstanding at sharing the ball with his open teammates.
Russell passes to Edwards. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Edwards got the lead up to 8 now for the Timberwolves. But when they're evaluating draft prospects, we always hear about wingspan, arm span. How does that translate to the basketball floor?
Well, it's actually reach factor, Kevin. That's a huge component of defense, particularly when you're talking about guys switching all the time. So the ability to cover ground, to challenge shots from a distance, that's why wingspan is so important. And you think about it, multiple defensive player of the year, Rudy Gobert, perhaps has the longest wingspan ever recorded at the combine.
Leonard with the steal.
Great reflexes to get a hand on that pass and go the other way with it.
Wall passes to Morris. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls.
The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Russell kicks to Towns. 4 on the clock. Crosses open.
D'Angelo Russell.
How about this combo, guys? Part super athlete, part contortionist. Towns continues to impress.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
He just powered that one.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
Russell dishes to Edwards. The shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. And George, here we go. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Boy, George can really change pace quickly. He's excellent at drawing physical contact.
Line for your Clippers.
And he sinks the second. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Russell looking around. Here's Towns. Russell trying to free himself up. And Towns, the bucket on the assist by Russell. Towns has got 10 points in the game. It's Wall with the drive. Zubats with the screen for George. Good on the three-point shot. George has got 6 points in the quarter.
Paul George has such confidence in his three-point shot now. It's almost like he expects them all to go in.
2 minutes remain in the
Russell finds Towns.
2 minutes.
It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Outside Leonard. There's the pass to George. Driving inside. It's hauled in by Edwards. Minnesota leading by 5. Pass to Prince. Edwards inside. Defended by George. And finished off by Edwards.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rim.
Ball passes to Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Russell kicks to Edwards. Sweet move, and it's good on the layup. He has 7.
Composed and cool effort from Edwards inside, not rushing himself or forcing a bad shot, taking what's available.
Ball against Russell. Outside for George. Morris with the screen for George. A three-pointer off the mark. The Timberwolves have gotten nearly everything to fall for them here in the second quarter. They're a great 7 of 8 from the floor. Here's Towns. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on George.
Textbook up fake there. Towns does a great job imitating his usual shot motion. Earns himself a trip to the line.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Edwards against George. Outside Leonard. Traps in the tray. Leonard's got 7 points in the game.
And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the years from Leonard has been incredible, especially his three-point shooting.
The kick out to Towns. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. Thank you, David. And
The Timberwolves, 31.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post-tandem form, Morris and Zubats. And it's Wall in at the 1. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Now, here's Reed. Defended by Batum, and Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's McLaughlin, and Anderson has it in the corner. Clock at 6. And he makes good on the layup. Anderson's got the first bucket of the third here for the Timberwolves.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Jackson passes to Kennard. It's Covington on the wing. No good on the shot. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Reed kicks to McDaniels. And that one is good. And now a 9-point Timberwolves lead.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of.
And here's Kennard. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Noel. Kennard covering. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
There's Noel. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Nicholas Batum. The Timberwolves shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Outside Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Here's Noel. Kennard covering. Got a piece of it.
A capable defensive player. That wingspan of Batum's really an asset in blocking shots.
Just 5 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Here's Reed. No good off the back of the rim. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. 9-point game. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Batum, a very good free throw shooter. Smart of him to seek contact.
It's his first trip to the line.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And we saw it last year, guys, because those numbers were so low. Teams weren't afraid to put him on the line where points were hard to come by for him.
Noel passes to Anderson. And Covington sends it back.
No, sir, not today. Don't come in here. Covington not having it.
Clippers trail by 7. Here's Powell. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Covington with the steal. Second chance shot. Outside for Jackson. Passes it to Kennard.
2 minutes.
The 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Kennard's got his first 3 points of the game.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
They set the pick. Pass to Noel. Minnesota working with a new shot clock.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing the foul.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Powell. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, sir. Out to Edwards. Trying to get something going. And Edwards with the stuff.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
Now Jackson. And there's the pass to Kennard. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Kennard's got 6.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
And, you know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now. George looking over the floor. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Edwards, and Edwards with the stuff.
Exactly how you want to run the break. Great execution by Edwards.
Outside Leonard. Zubats with the screen for Leonard. It's good. This game is all even. 10 points for him.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Well, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter.
41. Fans, please give a big round of applause for your...
Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up. Tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And a look at the five for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. Timberwolves shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. Russell kicks to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
You know, we all know Towns can do big numbers on offense, and it's great to see him this focused.
Leonard with the ball. Pass to George. Prince against Leonard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
Wall passes to George. Now Zubats. Outside, George. Off target from 3-point range.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
And the shot goes in.
Assisted by...
Well, you got to respect and admire the focus of Towns. I mean, he just doesn't get rattled. He just stays with it, embraces the challenge, and keeps coming.
Shot by George, wide open. It's good from long range. George has got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers. Passes to Edwards. Takes it inside and finished off by Edwards.
Well, I tell you what, once Edwards accelerates, I mean, he looks like he's playing at a different speed than those around him.
And Wall kicks to Leonard. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got his 4th assist in this one. Outside, Russell. Here's Edwards. ID that time from Leonard. Clippers leading by 3. It's George on the wing, guarded by Prince. George against Prince. Back to George. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Edwards drives in, and they'll get another chance. Prince, the pass to Towns. And a miss there on the triple.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Leonard kicks to Wall. And it's off from 3-point range. Timberwolves trail by 3. Edwards passes to Towns. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance out for a 3-point play. That one on George.
Man, how about the collectedness of Town. Helps him come through when the game gets snug.
He's got such a smooth stroke, and it never changes, even in this kind of a high-pressure situation.
And George just has an uncanny knack for providing these kinds of baskets. And he makes it look so easy.
The kick out to Town. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could see why.
That's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
So he gets them both.
Oh, big spot. Towns with a chance here at the line. He's someone this team relies on.
Ball passes to Leonard. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. From downtown, Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Hey, guys, that's exactly why Prince is out there in these moments. Big-time shot.
Wall dishes to Leonard. The kick out to Wall. George against Prince. Outside, George. The Clippers need to get off the shot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
An emphatic rejection that was. Boy, you got to appreciate that kind of forceful, in-your-face defense.
Russell passes to Edwards. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Morris finds Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. Left side, George. Now here's Leonard. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Leonard. Here's Russell. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And typically, he's reliable from the line. Let's see if Russell can come up here big for his team. And those free throws make things a little more simpler right now. They just have to guard against the three-pointer.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 9 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
They came close there to tying it up.
Yeah, you know, and after the...
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark...
A great way to finish the week strong. Friday afternoon, live on. We've got two conference rivals squaring off tonight, Grant. I'm sure both teams have been eagerly looking forward to this one.
Well, we always enjoy these rivalry matchups. I mean, facing a rival you've been battling in the rankings is always rewarding. And as a player, you get fired up and are ready to do whatever it takes to get the win.
The starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. Bain and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the point.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
All alone. Yes, on the jumper.
That play is Morant's ball handling talents pretty much in a nutshell. Fast, smooth, and very effective.
Pass to Leonard. This one for three. Adams grabs the miss. From deep, Bain. The shot won't fall. And Los Angeles the other way now.
The speed John Wall plays the game has always been the thing that sets him apart. And even as he's pushing the tempo, he just stays in control.
And again, it's the Clippers missing.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
The Clippers have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Covington passes to Leonard. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul. When you talk about Wall's speed, Richard, there aren't too many players quicker to start the break than him.
He loves to get out and run. If Wall has a chance to push it and catch the D off balance, he'll do it. Just the kind of mindset you want at the point.
Oh, Adams with the block. Out of bounds. The Clippers will keep possession. Shot clock at 2. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Outside Bain. Outside Morant. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. And out of bounds, the Clippers will take it.
That pass wandered off target. Can't lose focus on the little bitty things.
And that's how you defend. Glad we had a chance to see a replay of that block again.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
Now here's Leonard. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That's on Steven Adams.
Some really tough defense inside, but Leonard won't back down. I mean, he's just scrappy. He wants to make the defense work twice as hard. Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Morant against Wall. Jackson left side. Just 5 on the clock. The open shot by Brooks. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And your last year in the league, the 12-13 season, you played for the Clippers.
Yes, I did. And a great team at that. Blake Griffin, CP3, all in their primes. We won the division for the first time in Clippers history. Team record 56 wins. That year was big in the turnaround for LA.
George outside. From deep. Adams grabs the miss. For Memphis, they've gone only 1 of 6 so far. Zubac passes to Covington. Leonard outside. Zubac screen. Leonard, that one's good. Leonard's got 7.
Over the years, man, we've seen Leonard become a knockdown three-point shooter. Got to get out on him now.
When it comes to the Grizzlies, a lot of this season is about erasing the memory of their playoff loss last year. It was a disappointing end to their season.
But with Memphis's 2021-2022 season, it still has to be considered a success, right?
Yeah, I think it was a successful season, but as a whole, this young team, they won their division, but the hopes were so much higher going into the postseason than just the second round.
Now here's Covington. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Leonard. It's rebounded by Memphis. Adams has got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Brooks. Here's Jackson. Oh, Covington with a block. Outside wall. 52 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Jackson against Covington. George. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Oh, got a piece of it. Oh, George with a steal. From deep. Sinks it from distance.
Over his career, George has put up great numbers from deep. The ultimate 3-and-D player.
Jackson with a screen on Wall. Shot's good by Morant.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Now here's Wall. George outside. From deep three-point range. Can't get it to drop. From deep, Bain.
Yes, he can. Now that's how you end the quarter.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Clippers ahead. They lead by 1. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers guys.
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
So on the floor for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in it to 5 down low. Wall, the pass to Zubac. Now George. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. And RJ, you took a part in a lot of playoff basketball. Compare the intensity of the regular season versus the postseason.
It's so different preparing for a regular season game than a postseason game. You have more experience. You understand what the other team is going to do. So the prep is that much more higher, but you also have to execute at an entirely different level.
And stolen by Leonard. It's George on the wing. Zubac with a screen on Bain. George for 3. Hits it. Now 2 of 6 from the field. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Clippers. Outside Morant. Outside Bain. Down low. Outside for Brooks. Bain with it. And it's Leonard picking him up. Shot clock at 6. And here's Morant outside, and the whistle blows. And it's going to be over the back here.
At least the over-the-back call comes from playing hard. But you'd like to see him get better position.
Yeah, I always saw that as an effort foul. If it happens once, coaches usually let it slide. You just don't want to make it happen.
Bain finds Morant. Jackson with it. Outside Bain. And he lobs it up top. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Covington.
Oh, that's some pesky defense. Should have thought twice before attempting that pass.
Leonard passes to Zubac. Puts the move on, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. Memphis trailing here. Now Morant. He has 6. Sinks the tray. Morant's got 9 points.
Look, when you're as explosive as Ja, then opponents are going to let you take shots from deep.
Leonard with a screen on Morant. Leonard outside. That one's good. Makes him 3 for 7.
And when we talk about the importance of versatility, he's really got it all on the offensive end.
Launches a three. And Ja Morant with the three. Morant's got 6 here in the quarter.
Still a little bit of a streak shooter. Morant has been deadly accurate tonight. Man.
Left side wall.
2 minutes remain in the first.
Banked it in off the glass. Ball's got his first bucket in this one.
You'd love to get the ball this close in every trip where you can almost just not miss.
Inside. Here's Jackson. Outside for Brooks. The three. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Brooks has got his first 3 points of the game. Ball against Morant. Leonard outside. Now shooting 50% for the game. He's 4 for 8.
You see how composed Leonard is close to the bucket? Knows exactly how to score at will.
Morant with it. He's got 12. Takes the three. Here's Adams. A good look from Bane. And he stays with it. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty. Here's George. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
And just so hard to stop without fouling. I mean, George can beat you with length, with skill, and with intelligence.
So Memphis ends up going with a new group. George hits them both.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
The Grizzlies have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first half.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Count it. Make that 3 of 7 so far for him.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
And he lobs it up to the rim. Oh, Clark with the slam.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
There's 18 seconds left in the second period. George outside. Back to Wall. Fires for 3. Clark grabs the board. Here's Green. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one.
The score, your Clippers, 25. The Grizzlies, 20.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Paul George has been sensational.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense. That's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Ivica Zubac's out there with Robert Covington. And it's Wall in at point guard. That's the group starting the second half for Ty Lue. Batum's shot is off. The Grizzlies shooting about 41%. And the three-point shot, so important, Richard. That's something you added after you came into the league. What was that process like?
Well, look, as the game tilted that direction, it was no secret. You have to put in that time. But what I try and tell people is that it took me 3 years before I was able to even become a consistent three-point shooter, and another 5 before I became a good one. So as long as you're putting in the work, you're going to see the results.
Those who evolve and those who stay around. Jackson. Green against Kennard. And he can't get that one. Green with the defensive effort. It's Williams, high post. Powell pulls it in. The Clippers in the lead. Jackson, pass to Batum. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
The Grizzlies on offense and grant a career resurgence for Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, B.A. After dealing with injuries, even at one point considering walking away from the game, he's found renewed success, and he's shown he's got plenty left in the tank. A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Lays it up and banks it in. Jackson's got his first 2 points. For Memphis, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Green with a screen on Jackson. Outside, Green. The 3. He drops it from range. Green's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Green with a screen on Jackson. Jones with the ball. Jackson in his pocket. That one's good from Green, and the assist from Jones. Green's got 6.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Jackson, the pass to Kennard. From deep.
Come on.
Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis's ball.
Ball to Memphis.
Now here's Jones. Pass to Conchar for the lead. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Jackson, pass to Kennard. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Jones in the post, defended by Jackson. Green for 3, gets the 3 to fall. He's got 9.
Oh, he's really showing off now. The threes keep falling with no signs of slowing down.
Here's Jackson. Basket counts. And here's Jones. Outside for Green. For 3. Rebound by the Clippers. 59 seconds left in the third. Powell passes to Jackson. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal
With
foul.
impressive quickness, Jackson is usually able to stay a step or 2 ahead of the defense.
So for the Clippers, Zubats, he's checked in for Batum. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Kennard. And it's George in for Powell. Outside Morant. 4-3. Connects from downtown. Morant's got 15.
With his ability to create or attack the rim, look, that jumper is always going to be available for Morant.
Jackson, the pass to Leonard. Outside Covington, pass to George. From deep three-point range. And again, no good by the Clippers. Memphis leading.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how that plays out.
Leonard outside. Picked by Covington. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. It's the Grizzlies leading by 3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. Well, Memphis shooting the ball at 48% so far. On the court for Memphis, Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. And it's Adams in at the 5. And it's Morant missing. Well, the Clippers shooting the rock well at 46%. Out to Covington. Lets the three fly. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Bane. And that one drops. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
Jackson outside. Here's Leonard. That one doesn't drop. Now Memphis takes it the other way. From deep, Morant. Covington grabs the board. Covington's got 4 rebounds now. Adams grabs the miss. The Grizzlies have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. And he commits the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Wall, he's checked in for Jackson. Jackson with a screen on Wall. And here's Morant outside. Knocks down the triple.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Wall. Timeout called, the Clippers. Well, you got to like what Ja Morant has done in this game.
This timeout gives them a chance to strategize because whatever the game plan they have, it's not working.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Tyronn Lue address the team. He asked his players to really push the tempo. He wants to see quicker transition into the open court so they have the chance to score before the defense can set up. Trying to use their speed to full advantage, guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. Zubac with a screen on Brooks. Leonard against Brooks. Leonard passes to Zubac. Just 2 to shoot. Well, there's the shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
To Memphis.
Memphis has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Outside Bane. Kicks it out to Jackson. Takes the 3. Here's Adams. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points. And now it's an 8-point Memphis lead. Outside Wall. George outside. Shot to stop the run. Buries it from 3.
You can trust Wall to find those openings. He's a talented distributor who wouldn't miss that chance.
Outside Morant. Pass to Bane. George with a steal. Leonard on the wing. Brooks defending. Zubac with a screen on Morant. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Steven Adams.
And just one of the most complete players in the game today. George's two-way game and strong leadership traits are reasons why he's a star. In tense situations at the line, they can count on him to keep his cool.
Outside Morant. Here he goes. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight. The 3, George. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George.
Oh, my. Turning it over at such a critical point in the game. You know he feels awful.
The Grizzlies have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Pass to Brooks. Poke loose. Jackson outside. Here's Morant. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to go on Kawhi Leonard.
And it's critical Morant steps up in the important points in the game. This is his time to shine.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Memphis. And he hits both free throws here. And it's a 5-point game.
Gets them to fall, and those are huge free throws. It's now a 2-possession game.
Picked by Covington. Leonard for 3. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Questionable shot selection in that 3. Not really helping as they try and narrow the deficit.
Morant drawing the double team. Brooks outside. Adams, the pass Pass to Brooks. 6 to shoot. Outside Morant. And that one hits the back iron.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
The three, George. Adams grabs the miss.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
And so they foul intentionally.
John Wall, first personal foul.
So the first one drops, and that increases the lead to 6.
And we talk a lot about Morant's athleticism and skill, but what stands out for me is his effort and intensity that he plays with.
Ball finds Leonard. Zubac with a screen on Brooks. Leonard for 3. Pass to Covington. For 3, George. No luck on that one. And stolen by Leonard.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Clock working against them right now.
Timeout called, the Clippers. They trail by 6. 17 seconds left in the game. Your thoughts, guys?
The game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
We've seen teams come back from this before. Smart to take the timeout and get everybody focused on exactly what needs to be done.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
From the free throw line, John Morant is good, but I think he wants to be great. Making no mistakes and putting some extra nails in the coffin right here. That's pretty much it.
Time called here. The Clippers decide to talk it over. They're down by 5. 12 seconds left to play in the 4th. All right, guys, what's your take?
They're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, no time to waste. They basically have to execute things perfectly from here on out.
And so it's Memphis winning this one. They played the villain tonight, and they played it.
The Suns buzz as it rolled into the arena earlier tonight. The players decked out in their very best. And it's the Suns to start out. So the opening lineup for the Suns. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at the center position. Hey, Brent, tonight we got a terrific matchup in the backcourt. Let's rewind here a little bit, go back to when you played. Who were some of the guards you really enjoyed playing against?
What if I start with the list of the guys, Kevin, I didn't enjoy playing against? If I named Allen Iverson, Mitch Richmond, and of course, Michael Jordan. Not the funnest nights at work, if you get my drift, but I did love playing one John Barry.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
The shot's good from Paul.
Well, he's such a good scorer when he gets inside that painted area. One of the game's best mid-range players that we've ever seen. Chris Paul getting it done.
Now here's Wall. And Paul pulls it down. And so it's Paul bringing it up for Phoenix. And here's Booker from the arc. It's John Wall with the rebound. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
This is what Paul George gives you offensively, a guy who can create for himself, obviously, but he can do it for others and do it at a high level.
Ball against Wall. Here's Paul. On the wing, Bridges. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Bridges has got 5 points so far.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Well, it was such a feel-good moment, at least for a little while. Mikal Bridges grew up in Philly, obviously played his college ball there, and his mom was working for the 76ers at the time, so it just felt right as the 10th overall pick in the 2018 draft for him to be a 76er.
Booker, good.
You can count on Booker for some three-point efficiency. He might not take as many as he used to, but still dangerous.
Wall passes to George. It doesn't go for him. And Phoenix the other way now. Mikal's time in Philly was very short, Brent. Bridges traded to Phoenix on draft night.
Well, that was a bit of a shocker. I mean, all the talk about being the hometown hero, and then all of a sudden he's on his way to the desert heading towards Phoenix. But you look at Mikal's career, he's been awesome for the Suns. I mean, what development as a 3-and-D player, making the finals, signing a big extension, such a huge part of the Phoenix Suns franchise in their future.
And stolen by Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Just great hands for Ayton to time that one.
Bridges with the steal. Passes it to Paul. Pass to Ayton. Kicks it out to Paul. Fires the three. Another three for Phoenix.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And here's Leonard. Following the three from Chris Paul.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. The pass to Bridges. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
First team foul.
It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Shooting.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for this side.
3 shots.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on. After missing the playoffs for 10 consecutive seasons, boy, the Suns not only got to the postseason in 21, they made it all the way to the finals. So what a turnaround for that franchise.
It's been quite a turnaround, hasn't it, Brent, for Phoenix? Ever since they acquired Chris Paul in that trade from Oklahoma City, they've been a different team.
Yeah, and I don't think you can really give enough credit to what it is that Chris Paul has brought, along with the combination and relationship relationship that he has with Monty Williams. I mean, that leadership with that young roster and giving those guys belief has elevated the play of everybody who's put on that uniform.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Now here's Booker from past the arc. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Off target with his three. Here's Wall. Rebound by the Suns. Johnson for three. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Three-pointer.
Johnson's got a couple of threes now in the first for Phoenix.
Oh, and he beat it.
They just do that, Kevin?
They just did it.
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an incredible shot there. Just let it fly, take a chance, and somehow that one goes in.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter.
Fans, your Clippers, Houston.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Suns, this has been the game they wanted to have.
On the attack right from the tip, they've been relentless offensively.
Well, just taking it right at the opposition and the other team right now. No answers and no way to slow them down.
On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5. Suns leading by 17.
Young big men, though, often struggle to find consistency. But you look at Ayton's first 4 seasons, the numbers are almost identical year to year.
Paul dishes to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Chris Paul came into the league playing unselfish, continues to do so. What a dime.
Leonard sets a screen for Wall. Lets the 3 fly, and it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Wall. Leonard's got 6 points. And for Ayton, the numbers are impressive indeed, averaging a double-double every season.
And he's got all the tools. Next steps, making more plays for others, and they've been working on his shooting range to open up the lane a bit more.
Booker finds Ayton. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Zubac, and it's Ayton missing. Clippers trail by 16. For 3, Covington. Zubac with the screen for Wall. Lets a floater go. Bridges with the board. Phoenix has gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Paul passes to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And Ayton just up over the top at his size to throw that one down.
Now George. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And the 3 ball is good. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Paul with the ball. Pass to Ayton. Johnson outside. Back to Booker. This one for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Booker's got his second basket.
Well, anytime that somebody scores, Devin Booker's the first option. He comes back and drills that one.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. The reviews have been good for the league's moves to eliminate foul calls on non-basketball moves. The NBA said it wanted the game to be played, not manipulated. Draymond Green says it helps to know that you'll have more of a fair opportunity as a defender. Guys can't just cheat the system. Kevin, back to you.
That's great to see, David. Thank you. A 3 from Leonard. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
2 minutes remain in the
Ayton's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Paul outside. Kicks it out to Johnson. There's the three. They get it back. Ayton. Bridges, no one around him. Booker outside. On the wing, Bridges. Oh, Ayton in position. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. Wall wide open. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
Suns basketball.
We've got 1:23 left to play here in the second quarter. Booker outside. Paul against Wall. Paul kicks to Johnson. Kicks it out to Booker. 6 to shoot. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession.
Ball to Phoenix.
1:02 left in the first half. Bangs home the trifecta. Booker's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Suns. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And again, no good by the Clippers.
You could see he wanted to get it back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Paul outside. 35 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Just 5 to shoot. Johnson outside. His three-pointers off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
From deep, George drains the three-pointer. George has got 6 in the quarter.
Man, that one looked good all the way. Paul George from deep range.
Booker outside. From deep. Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Thanks for the great interview, David. Dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You gotta like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Wall in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. You know, you appreciate Zubac's focus on close-range looks as a big man.
Well, Zubac's one of those big centers that's burly and tough and rugged on the inside. And while other bigs are searching that three-point line out, Zubac's looking to get deep into the paint. You look at his shooting percentages over the past couple seasons, up around 60%. That's good shot selection and great consistency.
And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Zubac. Luke Kennard comes in for Leonard. Norman Powell checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for John Wall. No good from Lee. Clippers trail by 18. Powell, no one around him, sinks the three-pointer. Powell's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And Kennard, well schooled, just keeping his eyes up and making that play.
Shamet with it. Jackson on him. Three-pointer. Crowder buries the long-range jumper. And the Suns lead by 18.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Kennard for 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Powell against Lee. Fires the 3. No good that time. And the Clippers will come the other way. Powell against Lee. Covington a screen on Craig. Kennard for three. Sharch grabs the board. And here's Sharch. He'll bring it out for the Phoenix Suns. It's an 18-point game. Lee against Powell. And Sharch kicks to Crowder. Clock at 6. The three-pointer off the mark. LA's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Covington finds Powell, and he banks in the layup. Powell's got 5 points now this quarter. You know, it seems like we're seeing more teams, Brent, use zone defense these days. Not too long ago, zone was almost non-existent in the league.
Well, Kevin, you couldn't play zone. Even though there were zone principles in man-to-man defense, it used to be an illegal defense to set up in a 2-3 zone that you see teams doing nowadays. I'm very interested if the league does, in fact, do away with illegal defense and allow coaches to use whatever defensive scheme they need to do to slow up their opposition. It might do something in terms of producing more shots so we don't get stagnation with just threes all the time. We'll see if that happens.
2 minutes remaining.
Phoenix, no good that time either.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look.
Suns leading by 14. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Shamet the pass to Crowder. Back to Shamet. Sharch outside. Phoenix, no good that time either. Los Angeles has gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. It's Powell on the wing. Covered by Lee. The shot by Powell, no good. And for the Suns, they're shooting 41% for the game. Shamet kicks to Sharch. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Shamet the pass to Crowder. And Crowder slams it in.
And anytime Crowder gets to the rim, he likes to send a message.
Jackson looking it over. Powell for 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. Shamet up top, guarded by Jackson. Sharch has the open look, hands it from downtown. And the Suns lead by 19.
Catch and shoot opportunity for Dario, and he doesn't waste it.
Lets it go from deep. And again, no good by the Clippers. The Suns shooting pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. Here's Shamet. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. Paul George, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And John Wall subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And here's Wall outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Wall's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And here's Booker. He's got 9. From deep three-point range, the long-distance 3 is buried. Booker's got 12 in the game.
This isn't all that surprising. Remember, Devin Booker once put 70 up in an NBA contest.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Phoenix leading by 19. Now here's Paul. Kicks it out to Booker. Launches it. That shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And a deep 3 from George. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Paul with the ball. Now Covington defending. Booker looking around. Booker with the screen for Paul. And again, it's the Suns missing. Clippers trail by 19. From deep, Wall. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall. Phoenix has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range.
You can tell he put a lot of practice into that one. Wall's always ready to break out something slick if he's got the time and space.
Paul, a screen on George. Booker with a deep three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
Yeah, Paul George not waiting around, wanting to get out in transition, run the floor, and become a dangerous weapon on the perimeter.
Here's Paul. Johnson up top. Three-pointer. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 7th assist in the game.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Al Paul. The Suns need to get a shot off. Bridges misses. Clippers trail by 17. George from deep three-point land sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
That's something I think Paul George in the offseason is really working on, just pulling up off the dribble, maintaining great balance. Very few flaws in his offensive game.
Paul with the ball. Kicks it out to Johnson. Deflects the pass. Lobbed up there for Johnson. Covington with the steal. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. The shot, no good. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. Ayton at the elbow. Booker with no one around. Phoenix no good that time either.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
George passes to Covington. Back to George. Leonard against Bridges. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. Leonard, no luck. Suns leading by 14.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Suns.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for DeAndre Ayton.
You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards. And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Oh, man, what a shot. He hit that from another time zone.
And here is Paul. Pass to Ayton. From deep three-point range, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. And a deep three from George. Can't get it to fall. So it's the Suns winning easily here. A reset. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Yeah.